Hello everyone, welcome back to a new lesson. So today we are going to have a grammar lesson and it will be about reported speech. I hope that you are familiar with this new term, maybe if you know it or don't know it. Anyways, what is a reported speech? I know that many of you have studied this before, but making things clear for others who did not do it. So when we want to tell someone what someone else said, so the words are not mine, are the words of someone else. Someone says a word and I report what this person says. So for example, Ali, I feel tired. So the words here, I feel tired, they are not my words. They are words of Ali. So I want to report this sentence. I need to respect certain rules. So these are the words of Ali, but I want to tell someone else what did Ali say. So to do this, we have to, just the answer is Ali said that he felt tired. As you notice, you have different colors in this sentence. This means that we have certain rules to follow. The first one is that we have to pay attention to the verb, what we call introductory verb. So it depends on the type of sentence. We are going to see that. So the introductory verb is said. So this is sentence. It's a simple sentence. It's a statement. So we use the verb said. It is, as you notice, it's in the past. Ali said that he. So instead of I that we had here, so we transform the I into he. So we have the backshift of pronouns. And then we have here the verb is feel, which is in the present. And here the verb is in the past. So there is a backshift of tense too. So we have three main things that we have to pay attention to: introductory verb, the backshift of the pronouns, and the backshift of tense. We have other things that you need to pay attention to. As you notice, we have the inverted commas, they are omitted. And we'll see in other examples, when we have time expressions like now, tomorrow, today, etc., we need to change these words too. So we have three types of sentences: statements, affirmative and negative, are two types of statements. So say for example, I play football. Negative, I don't play football. So these are statements. We have questions, two types of questions: yes or no question. Did you speak to him? This is yes or no question, yes or no. And you have WH questions: where did you meet him, for example? So this is WH question. And you have orders or with commands, and you have two types of commands: affirmative and negative. Do your homework. This is an affirmative command. And don't touch this glass, for example. It is a negative command. So today we are focused only on statements. We'll not do the other things. Next year, inshallah, we'll tackle the questions and orders. If we were in the classroom, we will do the three of them. But for the time constraint, we'll focus on the first one. Okay. For the statements, if the sentence starts in the present perfect, or the future, the present perfect or the future, there is no backshift of tenses in a reported speech. What I mean by that: example, Susan, I work in an office. So it starts in the words, the verb that we have here is in the present. If this verb is in the present or the present perfect or the future, it means that the word or the verb that is between inverted commas, the verb here, work, so it does not change. There is no backshift of tense. We don't change the tense. So this is we don't use it a lot, this one. So usually when you have a reported speech, you need to change the verb. You need to change the tense. So that we are going to see. If the sentence starts in the past, and that's what we usually have, there is often backshift of tenses in a reported speech. So an example: Susan, I work in an office. So Susan said that she worked in an office. So here the verb is work in the present, is the same one like in the previous one. So Susan, I work in the office. The difference is in the introductory verb. Here it is in the present, and here it is in the past. So if it is in the past, the verb must change. So we changed from present to past. Said that she, so it's not me, we don't want to say I. So she worked in an office. We use she because it's Susan. It's the words, these are the words of Susan. I hope that this is clear. So we have, it depends with the backshot tense, it depends on the tense that we have in a sentence. So this is for a direct speech, the tenses that we have in direct speech, and these are the tenses that we have in report speech. So if the verb is in the present simple, for example, she always wears a coat. At the past, we use the past of the where we wore a coat. So we change the verb. As you notice, the verb is between brackets. That is between brackets, so it means we can omit it. It's not always we can omit it, but usually we can. The present continuous, on the other hand, I'm looking for, so it becomes the past continuous. Whenever we have present, it becomes past. Past simple, past simple. Present continuous, past continuous. Present perfect, past perfect. Okay? So whenever you have present, it becomes past. If you have the past simple, it becomes the past perfect. We did not study the past perfect yet, but we have an example or two in your books that is past perfect. So anyway, this just to inform you. Maybe when we come back to the school, to our classroom, we'll tell you more about the past perfect. So if you have will, it becomes would. If you have can, it becomes could. If you have may, it becomes might. If you have must, it becomes had to. And the same thing for have to, it becomes had to. So just notice the changes of the verb that we have here. So this is the most important thing, is that the tense that we have in a direct speech, what becomes in the report speech. This is in general what is reported speech, what is indirect speech. So you have to focus on these tenses that we have. And something else that you need to pay attention to are the what we call them time expressions. So, for example, if I work in the office today, example, so the time expression here is today. I work in an office today. So if you want to report that, it becomes that day. I worked becomes the past. I work, the past of I worked. I worked in the office that day. So today becomes that day. So these are most of the time expressions that we have, and these ones, what they become when we have a reported speech. I hope that this is clear. I made it very short, and I'm going to post some exercises for you in order to check your understanding. I hope that you are fine, everyone is good, and see you another time, please.